Hey, there's Torah in 2 minutes-ish. Quiz, our first ever MitzvahTube quiz. What's the difference between a command and a commandment, right? This week is when we read Parshat Yitro, when we read the 10 Commandments in Shul, so that's our trivia. We'll do the answer at the end. That's our trivia question. So it's not the 10 Commandments in Hebrew, of course. It's the Aseret HaDibrot. It's like, it'd be Aseret HaMitzvot, something like this, but it's really the 10 sayings, the 10 statements. Because it begins with Anochi Adonai Elechem, that I am Adonai your God. Like the statement, it's not a command. It's really more of a statement that there is a God, that there's a purpose in all of the universe, that we are not just random atoms that have no meaning, but that there's a sense of purpose. That's what I get out of it. A fascinating commandment that's in there that is in fact a command, is a mitzvah, is the fourth one, is Shabbat, right? Which doesn't seem to match up. Like, don't murder, don't commit adultery. These I sort of get, but remember, Shabbat. What's that doing there? I really have the feeling, and this is useful for us today especially, that there's a sense that we are worthwhile even when resting. We're not utilitarian beings. We're not only worthwhile in what we do and what we accomplish for each other. Lives are worthwhile because they are lives. And that's part of the lesson of Shabbat, that even when I am doing nothing, even when I am at rest, that our lives are worthy and important. That's part of it. Too often in our society, we have a feeling that we have to be doing something, we have to be busy, we have to be accomplishing in order to prove our worth. Or somebody can even say, this is often as people get older, like I don't want, like wondering about what their purpose is, or wondering if it's even worthwhile. The idea of Shabbat doubles down on the concept that we are worthwhile as human beings, and that life is valuable regardless of its utility to someone else. That's part of what we get from the Aseret HaDibrot, the 10 Commandments. What's the difference between a command and a commandment? I don't think there is. I think commandment sounds fancier. Isn't that right? Like, I think it's just a fancier word for command. I don't know what the mint on the end really does for anything. If you know, you can tell me, and I'll mention it next week. Shabbat Shalom.